Hi everyone, it's Darren Lewis here from Fathering Adventures. On behalf of my family and myself, we hope, pray and trust that you and all of your family, extended family and friends are all well, strong and healthy. I've had it on my heart for a while now, something I'm going to share. Before I do, I guess I just want to share that I choose to trust our governments, wherever we are in the world, that they're doing the very best in regards to our physical health and the economy. Obviously we're all aware of this time, this global pandemic that we're in the midst of, coronavirus, COVID-19. We're all aware of that. No life around the world has been untouched by this. So we have to trust that our governments are playing their parts in regards to that. So adversity. When adversity comes, and it comes to all of us, again, it comes to all of us several times throughout our life, actually. And I'm no stranger to it, I'm sure you're not either. We get to respond in two ways. One way is we react, we become reactive, and the other way is that we act, we're proactive. We take action, and we've all seen the footage of customers in supermarkets going crazy, fighting over toilet paper of all things. It's a very reactive approach. So what might a proactive approach look like in regards to our own hearts, our relationships, our families? Well, there's been something, again, that's been burdening me for a long time now, and I've really just not known how best to communicate that. And I still don't, but I'm going to give it a shot. Our world is super busy. It's super fast-paced. Our lives are full to the brim of distractions. And that's a real concern. It's a real concern. And again, it affects us all. And it affects specifically those closest to us, our spouses, our children, our relationships with each of them, our family units, of course, being the fabric of our society. One of the good things that will come out of this for most of us is that we're being forced to slow down. We're being forced to be still, and hopefully we'll reflect. Hopefully we'll rest. Hopefully we'll be proactive and begin to think about what we might change beyond coronavirus. And again, it will draw to a close. There will come a time, it doesn't feel like that right now, but there will come a time where this pandemic will be over and things will return relatively to normal. But what we don't want to miss is what this adversity may teach us. And undoubtedly, for those of us who are willing to learn, it will teach us some things. There are two things that I specifically would like to speak in today. Firstly, our relationships. Because of our fast-pacedness, because of our busyness, we've seen, and again, that is unprecedented. We talk about unprecedented. The busyness of our world is unprecedented, and it's only getting worse. We have fallen into it. We've been caught up and swept away in the current of busyness, and it's affected everything. And so, what might we do? We need to take time. We need to, again, slow down, take time, really engage with each of our family members. We need to be listening to them. We need to be listening to their fears, their concerns, and just what's going on in their world, in their minds. again, I think there are direct correlations between the busyness of our world and stress, anxiety, and depression. And so, whilst busyness isn't the sole cause, the sole root of all of those problems, it certainly hasn't helped. And it certainly is the root of some of our people's problems. I was driving the other day. I was driving my youngest son, he's 16, driving him to work. He works casually at McDonald's. And he just asked the question, he's in year 11 at high school. He said, "Dad, what does this mean for me? Does it mean that I need to, that 2020 is a wipeout and I need to actually do year 11 next year? Does my whole life get pushed back a year?" He had a valid concern there. And I was able to listen to that concern, and I was able to validate that concern and offer some counsel, offer some guidance, offer some thoughts, certainly make him known that I'm there for him, that I'm approachable. And that's one of the things that busyness doesn't allow us to do, right? We become impatient, right? Because even when somebody has a concern, they've got to get that across really quickly because we just don't have the time to listen to their concern. So again, all of this has to change. And things can look so much brighter on the other side of coronavirus if we make these little changes. My 23-year-old son, he works in a store for Optus, and he was saying, well, what if they close down the store? Like, will I still get paid? Like, how will I pay my rent? And all of those things. Again, I was there for him. Parents, we need to be listening to what our children are saying, what they're speaking about. We need to invite responses. What are their concerns, and speak into those places. We need to be we need to show a front of and really be that for them of a settledness, of a reassurance, security. We need to convey to them that we don't know. We don't have to know everything, and we don't necessarily, but what they need to know is that we're there, that they can come to us, that we are plugged in, connected, engaged, and we're not going anywhere. We're there for them right the way through this, and maybe even speak to them about beyond, what might change in your relationships, whether it be parent and child or spouse. That is really important because we have to begin to slow down. Rest is so very important. We need to back off the busyness. Our brains were not meant to function, though they might be able to, certainly for long periods of time, we're not meant to ever function the way that we're currently functioning as a society. So let's see some change happening around that space. Secondly is this idea of relationship. As human beings, we are relational to the very core. Relationship is so very important, yet again we live in this world that causes us to become so isolated. And again, the busyness helps that along. We become so busy that friendships, relationships kind of get put on the back burner. We cannot afford to isolate ourselves. We cannot afford to be alone. We need to be united. In any adversity, we need to unite. We need to come together for a common cause to see something amazing take place that comes out of something like this. We need to come together as a community, and to that end, my wife, my family, and I, we live in Townsville, in the city of Townsville, in tropical North Queensland, and we'd like to extend an invitation to you if you live here. If you need anything, whatever that may be, we can't promise that we can be there for every person and help in every situation. But we can be there for you as best we can. And one of the things that I learned when I first got into counselling, in training, was don't ever underestimate the power of being there. You don't have to have all the right things to say. It's just being there. So as parents, as friends, so we want to say to you that we are there for you and we're there to help you. If you get sick, if you have to go into self-isolation, please reach out to us. We will help in, bring groceries, medications, whatever is required to see you grow in strength and health again. If you live in other cities, Brisbane City, Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, overseas, we may know other people who live there who also are willing to help. So please yell out, give us a call, contact us, and let us know so that we might be able to help you. And we encourage you too, if you are well, if you are not in self-isolation for whatever reason, we encourage you to be there for others as well, for your next door neighbours, for people across the road. Be there for them. Our community, your community needs you as well. So there are some beautiful things that may come and hopefully will come out of this time of adversity. And one thing I know for sure is that we've got to band together for this to happen, for good things to be able to come out of dark times. So we again hope, pray, and trust that you will remain well, and we look forward to seeing you and serving you, continuing to serve you, and for a number of you, even meeting you for the very first time, beyond this pandemic that we're currently enduring. So we look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, again, stay well, healthy, strong. Continue to do everything that the health authorities are urging us to, and stay connected. Okay, stay connected with one another as a family, and stay connected with the community around you. It's so very important, and our world can look so much different, so much better, so much stronger beyond this pandemic if we would all band together and make that happen. Well done to you if you're already doing this, and well done to you if you're considering taking steps towards any one of those two things. We wish you all the very best, and look forward to catching up soon.